What's up, guys? Happy Fred coming at you here with another race review video from Portland International Raceway. This was like, I don't know, somewhere in mid-June. But before I start getting into any details on this race, be sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel, leave a comment down below, help me grow this thing. All that same typical YouTube crap. But anyway, this race was really fun. I'm going to apologize in advance. My camera died at the very end because I tried to film an entire hour plus long race at 60 frames per second, and that was just a little bit too much for one GoPro battery. So unfortunately I missed the end, but there's all kinds of good stuff in here, so we hope you enjoy. Let's go ahead and check it out, shall we? This right here is still very early on into the race. I'm on my buddy Vitali's wheel. My strategy going into this was not to really force any moves, but hey, if I was in a good enough position, I would jump into a couple of them. Right here, a little tiny move goes there on the left. I'm already on Vitali's wheel. Vitali decides to jump on it, and I end up going as well. I decided that, 3 minutes into the race, if a couple of strong guys are attacking, why not give it a try here? Plus, I also saw these other groups, the slower groups that we were passing here on the right, and I figured, maybe some people in the bunch might get a little bit confused and back off and give us a little bit of a gap, because you never know. You never know when a breakaway of 10 or so guys will just take off in the first 2 laps of the race and then never come back. That's just the way Cat 4-5 racing works sometimes. But, long story short, or I guess short story short, this one did not turn into much, but I do feel the need to put this in the video to prove the fact that I do put my nose into the wind. I don't just hide in the peloton all day, and here you go. There's your video evidence. So I took a poll, I did my part, and there we go. That's what validates my worth as a cyclist, right? There we go. And while we're at it, here's the other thing that validates my worth as a cyclist, my incredible aptitude for patience, might I say, because this is a move that goes off directly in front of me here. You'll see this guy in the pink jersey stand up, really give it the berries and just try to, jump on with that group of guys who just moved up there on the left side, and I didn't mess with it. I stayed back. I like to stay in the draft and conserve my energy while also doing, the little bit of work required of me to not be considered a lazy rider. In fact, I'm so patient that as we came to this corner up here, it's a hard right-hand corner. I ended up giving a small gap to the rider in front of me because I'm so damn patient. But actually, obviously, that's a joke. I was riding these tubular wheels that I was trying out. They were not true. So anytime I got over about 30 miles an hour, my bike would start bouncing because the wheel wasn't true, and it was really sketching me out in this corners. And I understand that this is a kind of an MO in my videos, that I just get sketched out in corners and let gaps go like the one you're seeing right here. But this is before I kind of got adjusted. I think I'm doing better now, but I'm gonna generally just blame this one on the wheels that I was trying to use not being true. That's the excuse I'm going for with this one. That's why those gaps opened. This part right here just happens to be another move that I was just in the right place at the right time to make. I did not want to initiate any breakaways, as I said earlier in the video, but if I was in the right place at the right time, I was definitely going to follow. This is one of those instances, and it actually happens to be one of the hot laps where you get 6 points in the series for first, 4 points for second, 2 points for third. I ended up jumping on this guy's wheel, who made a move up the outside going into this right-hand corner. Again, feeling sketched out by my tires on the tubulars that were bouncing. Just didn't want to lean and power through that corner all the way. So again, standing up out of the saddle, trying to sprint up to this guy's wheel. He actually took that corner really, really well, and we had a little bit of a gap on the field. I had this momentum coming up to him, and I just used it, stood up out of the saddle again, and figured, hey, you know what? I might be able to catch that guy in front. I might be able to get some points out of this. So here I am making absolutely monumental effort for someone just to pass me. So now I'm in third. Maybe I'll get third place points, I'm thinking to myself. But oh wait, oh no, here comes 2 more guys on my right. Not going to get any points. I had to jump back into the field after this one. Luckily, I saved a little bit of energy and didn't totally gut myself for that sprint because I was able to hold on, because the inevitable counterattack comes from the group. It was strung out for like 2 laps after, so it was a difficult one for that. But I seem to be good at that. I seem to be good at making monumental efforts to try and get these hot lap points and get no result out of it. So that's always fun. Now, I feel like it's necessary to point out that in road racing, it's really important to know who the good racers are, who the wheels you want to be on. And I'm fortunate enough to have done a few of these races and kind of know the crowd and know who's in the top 5. So this is actually coming in toward the end of the race. My buddy Vitaly is here on the left in the black shorts and the blue helmet. I know he's a really good sprinter. He's almost always in the top 5. So at this moment, I'm thinking, hey, you know what? I'm just going to stick on and glue to this guy's wheel. And I'm just going to remove the thinking of this whole process to just stay on his wheel and try to be in a good position at the very end. Very soon after, this guy on the right, number 4191, Jason, I deemed him personally to be the better sprinter, the more experienced sprinter, so I changed my mind in this very moment, and I stuck to his wheel, and I glued to his wheel. It actually turned out to be a very good choice. I'll show you why here. Give me just a sec. Now, what I've observed about this guy Jason right here in front of me is that he's really, really good at moving through the bunch rather than going on the outside into the wind and wasting all kinds of watts to move up. He's very comfortable doing that. I'm not very comfortable doing that, so I just removed the thinking of it and decided to stay on his wheel. This is a really clever move right here, so you can see he is kind of moving forward, gets up a couple of wheels, and then on the inside of this corner is like the most brilliant move possible. He just does a little bit of a push right here into this hard right 90-degree angle. We pass like 15 guys, and he just seeds in right there on the inside of the turn. That can be something that's a little bit scary to do when you're first getting into it, but for me this was actually easy because he was kind of guiding me the whole time. So I think it's all about noting those little tiny places that you can move up, and also having the confidence to get close enough to the other riders as you are moving through the field. I just thought that was a really cool clip in there. This guy's like an expert at moving up. I got a master class here at the end. I was loving that. Now, as I said earlier, I did not catch the end of this race, unfortunately, because my camera died. So this is close to the end. I'm still following Jason's wheel, and I'm just going to tell you guys what happened. I stayed in this brilliant position and moved myself up into a perfect position going around the last bend. I was probably sitting about 8th wheel going into the final sprint, but where I crucially messed up is about 500 meters from the finish line. I let this guy's wheel go. I just put myself out into the wind and just started sprinting really, really early. And as anybody who's raced bikes before knows, that just means you start going backwards really quick. So I didn't end up with the top 5 result that I really wanted to. I did get 12th out of about, I think it was like 45 or 50 riders, so that's not too bad, you know. I'm the front half of the pack. But I'm excited to show you the video from the next race, because I did get kind of what I was aiming for at this race. But anyway, thanks so much for tuning in. You guys go ahead and like and subscribe to the video. Leave a comment down below. Let me know what you thought. All right, Happy Fred signing off.